Hi, my name is Rhys Sebastian and I'm a saxophonist and a music director and band leader based in Mumbai, Bombay. And here at Headphone Zone, been through an invigorating experience of checking out headphones, talking about music, and maybe just about improving my quality of uh, listening experience now. And I'm really grateful to Raghav and his excellent team for making me feel so comfortable over here because this experience has been great and I wish it didn't have to end, but maybe I can come back another time.
How do you like to listen to music every day?
Yeah.
And what audio setup do you have for your personal music listening?
I'm quite easy with how I listen to music. If I'm at home, I prefer to listen it off my TV. Really, if I'm on the road, then I like to have noise cancelling headphones with me. Of late, though, I've started going down the old school route of just earphones into the phone, and I like all three. Really, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in at this moment in time. I prefer listening to music with earphones because I feel less fatigued, and that helps me listen to music better also.
Would you describe yourself as an audiophile? And can you tell us about the first time you listened to music on like a high resolution setup?
Am I an audiophile? No. Can I be one? Maybe yes. When was the last time I was wowed with a high resolution, high def audio experience? It's right now at Headphone Zone, because I never knew what really good quality sound is and how enriching that can make the music listening experience when you're in a literally head zone or headphone zone to listen to music, because I suppose we're always in a rush to kind of get things done, move from A to B, maybe multitask so that you don't maybe spend time listening to the music, or you think you are at least, and maybe that's good enough. At least it was for me until now, and pretty humbled by just how much is out there and how much I've yet to maybe experience in really good quality sound.
How do you think your musical experience and background helps you understand the distinction between the way we listen to music normally and the way you just heard it in an audio and high resolution?
I don't think there's actually any difference of my experience in being a musician or coming from a musical family background that helps me distinguish between, the way I listen to music, whether it's like decent quality or high res quality. Because my background is more as a musician is to figure out arrangements and musical direction. So my mind has always been geared towards listening to those finer details in the song, and I'll listen to the same song maybe 3 or 4 times, pick one element out in that song every time I listen to it, and I'll pick a new element every other time I listen to it. So it doesn't really make a big difference to me. I think I'm currently at a journey at a time in my journey where I am just now being exposed to so many other things that I can do maybe at the same time. Listen to good music, listen to good quality, have a good quality experience of listening to music, really, and maybe reduce the time I listen to the number of songs now to find those elements. Maybe I can pick out 2 elements at the same time now if I have really good gear.
What expectations did you have today when you came into our audio door from the equipment and like the stuff like for you?
I've only ever visited the Headphone Zone website online. I've been here a couple of times, but I had an agenda when I used to come here, whether it was to pick out a headphone or IEMs for stage performance, which is what I do most of the time. However, when I got the call to come here to just experience everything that you guys had to offer, I came here without an agenda, and that was for me the best part, because there were no predispositions, and I came in with really a clean slate to just, be like a sponge, really. So I'm glad, because I always feel that when you come without an agenda, even if it's music based, it's fine, because I think you take in more. At least for me, I take in a lot more.
Is there someone in particular you would like to recommend the audio tour, how you experienced it too?
Yes, I'd love to recommend Venki Subramanian, who is a fantastic bassist and a musician. I'd love for Venki to check this out. Venki, come in.
Okay, that's amazing. Now let's talk about your music.
Yeah.
What's next in the musical scene for you?
As I said before, I'm a saxophonist. I play for 2 or 3 bands regularly. Touchwood. We all know how the scene has been for the last 2 or 3 years or so. But I also am the musical director for my own band, which is called Bombay, and we write a lot of original music, and we also do a cover music. So that's an outfit that has maybe 9 to 11 musicians on it sometimes, but it's heavily dominated by brass instruments or by wind instruments, which is the lead element of the band. So it's an instrumental outfit that plays a lot of music, whether original or cover music, with horns as the front man, if you will. So that's the band, and that's what I do.
What are your opinions on how the live music scene has changed post-COVID? Like you mentioned, you're coming up with gigs and all. So how do you think that has changed with now that COVID has gone, and how it was before COVID or during COVID?
I would maybe categorize live gigs into 2. One would be your commercial, corporate and/or wedding gigs, and then there'll be the ones which are clubs and pubs and restaurants. I have more experience when it comes to playing for the corporate events and weddings. Having said that, with my band Bombay Brass, we have performed at a few clubs around the area, and I would say that it's been stop-start for the last year and a half or so, and there's been some trepidation, with the first unlocking. People were kind of hesitant to step out a little bit, so it was difficult to maybe fill up spaces, and you can understand the hesitation. The second time around, though, I feel like maybe people got a little more accustomed to what was happening, and it's become better. And I think that's where we are right now. I suppose we're maybe gearing towards a third unlock, so I don't know where it's kind of going to go, but at the moment there seems to be 100% allowance at events, whether private or public, or corporate and or indie, and I think that's really good. So it's looking bright right now. But again, we'll just have to take it as it comes and be ready for it. I think there are no excuses at the moment. We have to be up for change and adapt it as quickly as possible, and maybe have a backup plan if things maybe start to close down again. Don't mean to sound pessimistic or anything, but that's just the way I see things at the moment.
And finally, what are your thoughts on the boom in the indie scene that we're seeing?
Hopefully I'm part of the boom of the indie scene, because I got into this pretty late, actually. Not late, but I suppose when the time was right. Time was 2020 for me, just a couple of months before everything shut down. But it is what it is, and it's nice. It's given me a very different understanding of how the music industry in India is, on Bombay, particularly here. That's what I'm more aware of. There happens to be so many nuances, and to the way people, like musicians, also approach gigs, and even maybe the listeners and the audience. And I'm happy to be part of it, and I know that few indie musicians that I've collaborated with, whether it's just as a solo sax player or now it's inviting musicians to join me with my band Bombay Brass. I've felt a tremendous amount of support from the community and from the audience as well, and I'm really grateful for that. And I hope the people who have inspired me to do this and to be part of the indie scene. I hope maybe we can also inspire the next lot of musicians and young musicians, or even any musician. It doesn't matter how old they are. I kind of got into this when I was like 32, but I've known people who've been doing it since they were like 16, 17. It's all relative, I suppose, but I'm now digressing, and yeah.